Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's time for another anime review. Welcome once again, guys. It's going to be on a retro anime review. I do say retro because it's time of release. This came out back in 2015, so it's not been that long. It's 9 years. It's been 9 years. Gosh, 2015 was 9 years ago. It's crazy, but still, I don't want to call it retro. It is older anime, but it's definitely something that I want to watch and just review for you guys, because I've been trying to watch some of the stuff that either I missed completely when it released. This was one of them. I completely missed this series, or two, I never have heard of. So before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media and other places by checking the description below. If you're looking for older anime reviews, I got them. If you're looking for newer anime reviews, I got them. If you're looking for just anime reviews, I got them. So watch those. I also have manga reviews, light novel reviews, and live action reviews. Anyways, I have quite a bit of reviews here, so make sure you're subscribing to my channel, following me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, even though it sounds like TikTok is going to go away pretty soon, but for now, follow me there. We'll see what happens with this government. Okay, so this is Mikagura School Suit, and I remember when it aired. I never watched it. It never intrigued me when it first came out. It was in a time of age when I was coming back to anime, but not watching every single anime that was releasing like I kind of do now. And I still don't watch every single anime, but I do at least give my first impressions to most of them. So, and I wasn't doing that at the time. I was just watching what I wanted to watch, and this was definitely not one of those. So, we follow the life of Iruna, and Iruna, she is a middle schooler. Sorry, guys, there's an interruption at my door. Middle schooler that basically she's going to high school, and she chooses this school purely because she wants to be with this one girl, Mikagura, and essentially she is almost untouchable character. She ends up being a very powerful character in the series. The school itself, basically, the clubs fight each other, and they have special fights and powers that they showcase, and you have to essentially release that power eventually. And Iruna is a late bloomer. She eventually finds that power, and when she does, she realizes that her power is very strong, but then is not able to use it again because it was kind of almost a fluke when it first came out. So then she confronts Mikagura and says, like, I want to be with you in the club, and I want to be your friend and all this. And she's like, well, how about if we fight, and if I beat you, you let me do it, right? And anime magic does not happen in this series because she actually ends up losing, and she ends up having to do her own club, which is what was the exact name? I think it was like we'll figure it out later club, something like that. Like she doesn't actually get an actual name to it. Through this journey, there's a lot of characters, and I'm going to be completely honest, a lot of these characters just don't matter too much to me because they're important maybe for 1 or 2 episodes, and then it's just another character. And essentially, she becomes friends with freshman year or first year high school that are also competing, are also in tournaments, and are also trying to showcase their power. We see them basically caring more for her and her not caring much for them, which is why we as a viewer don't care much for them either, to be honest. We also eventually see some new characters almost towards the end of the series joining her new club, who become key characters at the end of the series that help her win the bigger tournament at the end. But at the end of the day, it's really just her and Mikagura, the main ones. Mikagura has this ability known as killing art, and essentially her her abilities is basically to reshape space by her will, which is kind of weird, but also very, very cool. And that makes her like very, very strong. Eruna, on the other side, is possessing of abilities like Toy Bayonet and Toy Gun, made out of light, and it's a very showy power, but at the end of the day, it's almost just a showcase power, almost other than anything. Like, it can be powerful, and it is powerful at the times that matters, but for the most part, it's like it's more of a pretty power more than anything. So, yeah, that's in a nutshell the series. I'm gonna be honest. The comedy is funny, but is over the top. I don't see. I mean, and obviously it's been 9 years now. If it was a amazing series, a lot of you guys would know it by now, right? Definitely an intermediate anime watcher series. I think if I would have watched this back when it released, I would have hated it and probably stopped watching it after 3-4 episodes. Now, as I consider myself a intermediate anime watcher. I don't claim to be a expert and a pro, which, you know, I probably watched a lot more anime than most people that are watching this video for sure. But still like to consider myself intermediate. This is one that I watched, I liked. It's funny. It is what it is. Background, I don't want to say background sound, but it was in the background while I was cooking, doing stuff, while I was watching it, enjoyed it, and that's it. It is a good, fun, good feeling series. You don't fall in love with the characters too much because it's only 12 episodes. You don't fall in love with the story too much, and there is not really a huge drama to it, even though they do try to put a little bit of character buildup at towards the end. There's not a huge drama base to it. I think the most drama we get is just Mikagura being the loner that she is because of her power. And at one point, she had a friend that she basically overpowered, and her friend left her, and now she's all mopey and doesn't want to have friends anymore because she's afraid that they're going to run away from her, right? So that's the most that we get from drama, and I don't think it's even that much to consider it good enough drama. So it is what it is. That's all that I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. I do have other series that I will be reviewing for you guys pretty soon, so make sure you watch those as well. Thank you again, guys, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.